Shalom. This is Shalom from the Great Millstone Atlanta Church. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of the Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and safety to the elect men, women, and children that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Shalom. So, today, going into the news, different articles, you have the United States pointing fingers at Iran about the oil ships that were attacked over the weekend. And all this doing is building, building tensions with the United States and the Middle East. So war is already going on. War is already here. World War III has already started, really. And when I say that, it's because, the war starts with disagreements and fighting and words. So, United States and these other countries, they're way past that. So now, the next thing is they already, trying to have a trade. They not trying to, but they're having a trade war. They're hitting each other with higher taxes on imports, and China and these other countries, they're retaliating against the United States. So basically, all the price of the goods that's being imported, those prices are gonna go extremely high, and it really doesn't make sense because uh, all it's doing is bringing down the economy for these different countries. So Trump thinks that if he so-called punish another country with taxes, they're not gonna punish back because we receive major imports from these other countries, and more than probably more than that we that they import of our goods. So basically, all your food, different spices, clothing, electronics, everything is about to the prices are about to go up, and that's gonna bring the economy down. If you've been looking at the stock market lately, especially today, I think the Dow Jones was down like 600 points. The lower they said this it hasn't been that low in months. It's gonna continue to drop, and I think last week one day it was down 500 points. So everything is getting worse. Nothing's getting better, and a lot of people hate Trump. I actually, since I've been into this truth, basically looking forward to the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is the United States of America. I actually kind of like Trump because he's doing a great job in tearing this place down. He's doing a great job in showing everybody, all these other countries, what United States is really about. United States is all about hate and conquering and greed and money. That's it. And these other nations, these other nationalities that flock here from their home, that's all they're about. They come here just to make money. They leave their home, they leave their families just to make money over here. I was talking a few weeks ago to a Issacharite, what people would call a so-called Mexican, um, and this brother, he's really good to talk to. Really humble brother. Um, and he was telling me that he was from South Mexico. So I asked him. I said, "What made you come here?" He said, "Well, here it's easier to live. Living is easier." He said, but down where he's from, uh, basically you work like 3 days a week and you don't have to work for the rest of the week. So 3 days on, like 4 days off. And here's the opposite. It's 4 days on and 3 days off. Or most people 5 days on and 2 days off. And you work like a slave here. But he told me that uh, it's easier to live it's easier to live there, but living is better here. Like everything is better here. But it's basically slavery. He said this is slavery compared to how he worked back home. But back to the topic. So you have these oil vessels that were attacked in the Persian Gulf over the weekend, and it raised up tensions between Iraq and the other countries over there. With the United States. So it says the unconfirmed reports come as the United States has tightened sanctions against Iran and mobilized an aircraft carrier, bombers, and anti-missile battery. It says to the Gulf to determine what the Trump administration has said is a heightened risk of Iranians' aggression. So basically, tensions are boiling over there. Everybody's hating Trump because Trump is a businessman. He thinks that he can get this economy back, back on track here. And that's the people that voted for him. They basically feel that he has the power to get the economy back on track. It's never gonna get back on track. It's never gonna get back on track. The United States is gonna fall, which is Babylon the Great. It's gonna fall and it's never gonna get back up. It's falling and it can't get up. Um, but yeah, back to this article. Um, it says Saudi Arabia said Monday that two of its oil tankers had been sabotaged, and a Norwegian company reported that one of its tankers were damaged in the same area near the Straits of Hormuz. The fourth ship belonged to the United Arab Emirates, which, like Saudi Arabia, is an avowed enemy of Iran. So, whether this was a real attack done by Iran or it was something that United States just faking just to start some shit with another country, just like 9/11 was all fake and made up. This could be fake and made up as well, just to go in and conquer another country and take their resources and implement their own like religion and Christianity and all of that and democracy and once they take over like they've been doing all over the earth. But these countries are really getting sick of United States, and it's not going to end well for United States. As a matter of fact, even the allies of United States is gonna come up against them. I'm basically looking for a scripture in Revelation 16. Maybe it's in 17. Okay, yeah, this is what I was looking for. This is Revelation 17:16. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast," and these are different rulerships, different nations, which are the 10 horns that's on the beast, talked about in Revelation 17. It says that in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So that's what's coming to United States, because United States want to be this, this big bad police state, basically trying to police the whole world, telling everybody, how to run their country. Um, the same thing they did with Saddam, Gaddafi, and all these other leaders that they caught and basically killed them in order to try and take over land and rulership. So same thing is gonna all these other, Britain and all the allies of the United States, they're gonna realize what United States is doing, and that's gonna be the end. Everything's gonna be exposed. Well, it's already exposed, but they're gonna get sick of it. And as soon as United States start to fall, as soon as that dollar drop, which is on the way, that's when those missiles are gonna come, and it's gonna make this place desolate. But exactly, actually, what's going on now with the money situation, the money is messed up for a reason. The economy is messed up because everyone is putting their money into weapons, high tech weapons, new weapons, nuclear weapons, because they know what's coming and they're gearing up for it. So all of that money that these countries have, they're putting into weaponry. And the United States basically don't have any money to put into their defense system. So they're constantly borrowing. So one way to make money is to start war. But this war that the United States is going to start with the rest of the world, it's not going to come out the way they think. But I'm going to get a scripture in Joel 3. Start at okay, here it is, already highlighted. It's Joel 3, and I'm going to start at 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." So these are these other nations that are a little lower. They said that they supposed to be weaker than the United States, like, for example, Iran and these other countries in the Middle East. These so-called weaker in power nations, as far as military, they're gonna say that they're strong. And Iran is already ready for war with the United States. Iran been gearing up for war with the United States ever since uh, the, uh, the 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 90s. Actually, before that, with uh, the first Gulf War that was called uh, can't think of the name of it, but basically the first Gulf War that happened in the early 90s. I remember watching that thing on TV live as it started. But yeah, this is what's going on now. Basically they're beating their plowshares into swords and pruning hooks into spears, and that's going into everything that's used to you know used for work and making money, and food and all of that. All of those different everything that's going towards uh, goods basically is that money is being turned into um, military. So that's basically what verse 10 is going into. And then it says, "Let the weak say that I am strong." And it's talking about these weaker countries, these smaller countries. It says, "Assemble yourselves, come up." It says, "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord." It says, "Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat," which is actually Yahweh Shaphat, means Yahweh judgment, or the Most High's judgment. "For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." So this is everything that United States is doing. The Most High is putting the spirit on this place to do that. So Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is putting the spirit on United States to point fingers at countries. When an attack happens, he's putting the spirit on these other countries to start attacks with United States. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to talk about on this particular article. These tensions that are being raised in the Middle East. It's all because of the spirit of the Lord is moving on this place, and United States is it's gonna get blown off the face of the earth very soon by all these other countries. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end this article, and I hope it was edifying to the elect. Until next time, Shalom.